All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a quick one. I'm about to head to work, and honestly, I don't know how good the mic quality is because there are a lot of background noises. But still, we're going to record this. I tried this once, but the background noises were too much at that time, and it's probably still a lot. But the essence of today's video is going to be about book smart versus street smart. And I've been lucky enough to have had friends in the past who are and were obviously extremely book smart, and myself even. I mean, we finished best in school, and I'm not the typical probably guy who records YouTube videos. No offense. I always try to be humble, but I end up failing. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, over the last few months and years, I've realized that even though being book smart is extremely important, being street smart is probably even more, or at least the same, but probably even more important. Because if you want to do anything in life, in the real world, not academically, in the real world, and especially when you're trying to be entrepreneurial, you're going to realize that you're going to start something new, and there's always going to be a certain pain threshold in the beginning, which is going to be painful, and you're going to have to get through it. And the problem with a lot of people who are book smart, and I'm guilty of that too, or I was guilty of that too, is, and especially if you're in the early stage of your life and you're kind of seeing some success, you end up being not resilient. And being resilient is so much more important than any kind of being book smart. Yeah? And obviously, me making a video like this is the perfect example. I'm basically going to work and people are staring at me, which I'm kind of okay with it. I mean, it is what it is. But for a lot of people, I think even such things are extremely terrifying, I guess. And for me, it also was at some point more terrifying to do anything. I mean, to even post anything, to be in public. It was kind of weird. I hated those people who were recording themselves. But at some point, you get to the realization that nobody cares and you shouldn't care. So, coming to the actual point of the video is, when you're trying to especially build a business, you have to be both. Because there is also the point that if you are only street smart, you're going to be a fucking dickhead. And being only street smart is going to help you, I mean, to some degree, but it's not going to help you that much. I have to not get killed. I would never be killed. Who could kill me? And yeah, basically you have to be both, because you either end up being a complete idiot if you're only street smart, but if you're book smart only, then you also have bigger problems, which is like, bro, you live in a world where you have to interact with people. And although I can say that school taught me a lot, and especially for a good foundation, it is extremely important to just get it right to some degree, to just get the fundamentals right, to be able to speak accordingly to at least some point. I mean, English is not my mother language, but German I can speak okay. And to be able to write well, mathematics, numerical things. But in the end, when you finish school, when you go out into the real world, oh poor guy. If you don't know what's coming for you, oh poor guy or girl. Because the reality is much more different and difficult than most people realize after school, or probably even university. And therefore it is important to obviously play the cards you've been dealt, but also develop the other side of your capabilities that you might as well be even better at. So, as I said, this is going to be a quick video because at this point I might as well just record where I work, and I wouldn't want to do that, at least for now. We're going to finish up with a beautiful view. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to walk a little bit more. But yeah, eventually you realize that you have to think bilaterally, bilateral. I don't know what the English phrase is for that, because otherwise you basically your both sides of your brain need to be active to push through a lot of things. Because as I said, if you're only book smart, then cool, but you're never going to achieve anything because you're shit scared of, I mean, not always, but a lot of people who are academically smart are just too, they analyze too much. But also, as I said, if you're only street smart, rough. Sometimes you're a good drug dealer, but most of the times you're a dipshit. Therefore, it's very important. I'm going to talk about it in another video probably when I have a little bit more time. But for now, this is going to be it, and I'm trying to figure out where to press so I enter. Okay, I got it. But yeah, basically, that's the message. Hope you enjoyed it, and if not, don't really care. This is for me anyway for now. Bye.